I can't honestly. I can't wait for season 2. Well, actually, that kind of brings me neatly along to this next bit I was going to talk about. So, they are in the midst of filming Rings of Power season 2, and we got some insight into like the experiences of some of the actors here, and particularly. What did you call him? Like Don Lemonlass.
Don Lemonlass.
Well, I believe Ismael Cruz Cordova is his name. But yeah, he was talking about the fact that he needed to have an on-set therapist because, man, he was just getting harassed so much. He couldn't handle this abuse that he was getting from the fans. It's ridiculous, God damn it.
That's what I mean about an ego boost, though, because it says, "Oh, I got a therapist." You're like, "Oh, he must have had weekly meetings." But no, he just saw her, and just seeing her presence nearby was enough to make him feel seen. And this is why I think it's all about ego. It's literally like, her presence means that I matter because she was hired for me. And remember, all those hateful bigots, but this company really cares about me, and it's just so selfish.
There's a great quote for him here from comicbook.com where it's like, you need support when this happens because the voices are so loud and they're coming at you from so many places. I loved seeing her there, his therapist, even if we didn't speak. Okay. I knew there was someone there seeing me completely. I wasn't just an actor. I was a god.
Oh, I didn't take it that way. When he said not just an actor, I thought he meant someone seeing me completely. And then he was having a go at the other actors. I'm like, that seemed like a bit of a random burn to put in there about talking about your therapist.
But yeah, like I think it comes down to what you said. It's just a bit of ego. It's having someone there who's assigned to me because I'm that important. I need a therapist on set to help me out. And,
but they all talk about that. They're changing history. They're leaving an impact. Their legacy will go on into the future because this is what was it she said? This is something about. This marks where we were, and it's a sign of where we need to be. It's like we are literally leading the charge into the future.
This represents progression.
Yes, this
represents progression. This is a moment that's incredible.
Yeah, for an actor who's barely in the show, like, good God, she has a lot to say for herself.
If you earn this right by having many mean messages, where are all our therapists for free, huh? Where's the YouTube therapists?
Hey, listen,
messages we get.
Hey, listen, I'll say it here. It's perfect time to apply it. But Ismael Cruz Cordova couldn't survive a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. That's for damn sure. No. He would be a mess if he walked into there. If he can't handle this, he certainly couldn't handle a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. He'd be. Again, that's what they should all go through Modern Warfare 2 lobby training. You can survive mean words after that. Trust me.
I think back to like the days of like the Peter Jackson trilogy when you get the interviews with the cast and crew and stuff, and it seemed like a really chill set, and it seemed like everyone was just there doing their jobs and stuff. But two, like there was a real commitment to doing like the tough work. Whether it was physical training, whether it was like fight choreography, like all the stuff, the mishaps that happen on set, the injuries, they just kind of soldiered through. Whereas with the actors that we have for Rings of Power now, like they're getting interviewed and they're all in like the ridiculous, like flowy outfits, even the men. And like, they're there like talking about having therapists on set because it's all just so hard, and I can't handle this.
The guy that played Jirin,
just stop being such fucking pussies. Like you're there
spoke
to like
about how
be warriors. At least fucking like act like it. Can you not even do that?
Pretend like you don't need to have the therapist for your whole life.
Yeah. Morphin Clark talking about how she needed therapists because she was scared when there was like orcs running at her or something. Like,
I think she
they were
said
like big men and they were scary.
She had PTSD similar to what war veterans have. I could be mistaken, but if I remember correctly,
people had to
this
run
is like
after.
this is like fucking Movie Bob with his like the Sega versus Nintendo Wars was my Vietnam. Like, fucking get into the real world, you dick.
I know it, dude.
My favourite moment of the behind the scenes is when it showed her on a horse and there was a step ladder next to her so she could get onto the horse. I'm like, that's going to be really good in a battle. Hang on, I just need to find a rock first. But the Jirin actor said one of the most important things about this was they made us feel really safe on the set. It felt like a safe space. I'm like, oh, come on. What are you struggling with?
mean,
My
isn't the whole
goodness,
point
man.
when you're making a fantasy show and this is supposed to be a fantasy where the world is in danger and someone's coming back and all that stuff? Why would you want your actors to feel safe? I mean, feel safe. I know that method acting is a specific thing, but a lot of directors also use method direction. Stanley Kubrick did this. He would play music to get his actors and actresses into a certain mood prior to a scene. He had an amazing ear, by the way. But not to go too much into that, why would you want to create a safe space where everybody feels calm and relaxed and peaceful and there's a therapist over there and all this crap? This is supposed to be a war fantasy. These people should be on edge. When the cameras roll, you want them on edge. You want them to look and feel like their lives are in danger. Otherwise, how can the audience invest?
You say that, but the one person that didn't get a therapist died, the horse.
Yeah, but it died like really chilled out, you know.
The funny thing about that is the art.
Saved him.
PETA came out and said, why didn't they just use fake horses? I'm like, that's stupid. Who uses fake horses? And then I saw Willow backstage, and they used fake horses in that. It had no legs. It was just a head. Like, I didn't know these things existed, but...
I want to crowdfund getting Christian Bale to go on the set of Rings of Power season 2 and just give a Terminator Salvation rant just to wake them all up and let them know this is the real world, baby. He'll trash your fucking lights. He'll trash your fucking lights.
Ismail is there like, oh, that's my therapist over there. Oh, good for you.
That was the therapy.
You and I have done professionally.
Dude, no matter how many times I hear that rant, it never gets old.
Right.
It's the greatest thing. Christian Bale's my favorite actor, and people are like, do you want to meet him? I'm like, I want to be cussed out by him. I don't want to meet Christian Bale and say, hey, buddy, you were great in American. So I want him to cuss me out and say we're done professionally. I want him to be angry, and I'll be like, yes. Yes.
The best part of that rant is when Christian Bale says, all right, guys, let's do it again. And you kind of hear McGee's voice in the background saying something like, oh, maybe we should break. And then he goes, oh, let's do it again.
We're fucking doing the scene.
Oh, it's so great. Someone needs to do a full animation of that moment. I'm surprised it hasn't been, or maybe it has been done.
That's a great idea.
Full animation of that. Somebody has to do it.
Must have
Internet.
done it,
There's 12,000 people watching this. Somebody has to do it if it hasn't been done. Full animation.
Somebody out there, you have the technology, you have the will. Do it.
Let's go.
If only they had video of it, it would have been fantastic.
I know it.
How did was it leaked from like the recording from the actual cameras, or was it someone's phone?
The audio, because it was too good. The audio was too good to be someone's phone. Like back then, the audio would have been terrible. It was probably leaked from
a hot mic.
Well,
yeah.
It would have been the boom mic guy, wouldn't it? Because they do the the video and then they've got the audio separate, like with the big overhead mics, and it's probably just that. Like it was still just rolling.
I really hope it was. Like he's ranting and raving, and there's a guy with a boom just following him around.
Yeah. Like, I don't care how tired my arms are. I'm not letting go of this fucking thing.
Mr. Bale, could you keep going? This is gold.
This is gold. My YouTube channel is going to explode after this.